Hello again guys, and welcome back to the Class Warrior 87 Dark Souls 2 playthrough, or Let's Play. Last time we did the Forest of Fallen Giants, killed the Pursuer, killed the last giant, got the Forest Lockstone, although I died a number of times on that and had to re-edit the video because of it. So in future what I'll do is, I'll do bosses first and then I'll go back and do sort of secretive areas unless they're sort of integral to the area or something. Just so that I don't have to cut the footage as much. It's not that it's a problem, it's just that I find it jarring to the viewer. I'm sure you will agree with that.
Oh, hello again.
Let's see if this guy's got anything new for sale. Nothing. Probably could do with a shield though. I'll take that one.
Thanks very much.
Now, where we're going today is Heide Tower of Flame. I'll be using the Kestis, which I picked up in the last video. Really cool weapons. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. If you can get into the dual wield stance with them as well, they're really amazing. Just totally overpowered and extremely fast. I'm looking forward to trying out the bare fist actually when I have high strength. Let's see. So I just need to do a couple of reinforcements on one of these.
I'll be around.
That'll do for now. So I've got my broadsword, but it seems to break fairly easily before I get through a whole area. So I did need something else to sort of supplement that, and the Kestis seems like the ideal thing. Now Heide's Tower of Flame is down this way. Everybody comes to this thing and is like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? Contraption does not move. Oh no, well that's too bad because, you know, you can see some kind of loot through there. Well, we'll come to this place later and I'll explain this. It's kind of something that confused me a little on my first playthrough, as it becomes a little bit, as it's, you know, you've got to go through there to complete the game basically. So... but yeah, we'll come across that later. Now, you'll notice that I still attack chests, and that's because although I'm pretty sure I know where like 2 or 3 of the mimics in this game are. Ah, and I've just bought a shield as well, shit. Although I know where most of the mimics are, I just, it's just a habit. Any Dark Souls player will tell you. Now here's me getting confused for some reason. Yeah, there's a switch to open the gate. It's quite, you know, it's not totally obvious that it's there. Alright, so... there's nothing up here. Switch. Oh yeah, there's the switch to open the way back if you want to go back, basically. So if you come back from this side, basically, you know, the door will be closed again. So that's where the switch is to get back. So, Soul of Lost and Dead, Broken Thief Sword. Sorry about that. I really should utilise this mute button next time. I need to cough, and I will. And here we are in Heide's Tower of Flame. The irony being that we don't actually go up the Tower of Flame, which, forgive me, is a shame. Right, so these dudes. Whoa, shit! I spoke too soon on that one. Yeah, these guys are pretty easy. To be honest, when I first played the game, I came this way, so and I had no problems getting clearing the area and getting through it. You know, it wasn't difficult at all. Now, this area has sparked quite a lot of debate in terms of the lore. Some people seem to think that this is Anor Londo. Clearly, it's not Anor Londo. If we look at the architecture, it's completely different. We never see any of these like tall blue spires in Anor Londo, and the cathedral looks really different. If you actually compare the two, it looks reminiscent of it when you look at it, you know, passingly. But if you compare that with actual images from Anor Londo, the two places look very different. Now there are arguments. Obviously, there is some kind of link here between this place and Anor Londo. We know that. But what is that link? Because, as we know, this place predates the king, the current king. Although the strange thing is that these old knight guys, these guys, you see statues of them in Drang Lake Castle. So that may suggest that these guys are something to do with Vendrick, rather than, you know, Heide, whoever or whatever Heide may be. This guy's pretty dangerous, but you'll want to kill him because he drops a sublime bone dust. This is an item that you can burn in the bonfire at Majula, and it will make your... oh shit. It'll boost the amount of health that your Estus Flask will heal you by. So, invaluable basically. Oh shit. Holy hell, that was fucking close. But yeah, that guy must die because you want that item basically. Now again, with the architecture and things in this area, it doesn't look, you know, it looks kind of like some kind of Constantinople or something, you know, like Turkey, or some kind of Ottoman type, Byzantine type era architecture. And notice that the strongest argument against this being anything to do with Anor Londo really is all this architecture. If you look around, there's mosaics on the floor, we never saw that. Everything's small bricks, whereas in Anor Londo you had big, massive, smooth stones, big slabs of rock that are just smooth. And that was because that place, Anor Londo, was built by giants under, you know, the power, under, well, they were enslaved by Gwyn when he had his Lord Soul, and they were made to, you know, build the city. Whereas this place does not look like it's been built by giants, although this door is pretty fucking big, and that's kind of interesting. There doesn't really appear to be anything of any particular sort of interest actually on the door there, even though there is some interesting looking artwork. Have a look at this. I've never really closely examined this. Yeah, when you kill that guy, this switch over here pops up. I didn't do this on my first playthrough, and I wish I had, because the Dragon Rider was a pain in the ass the very first time. Mainly because I kept falling off the edge, because I'm an idiot, but... yeah, you do that, and it, you know, it makes the boss arena, for the first boss, a bit bigger and easier to deal with, which is awesome. And there he is there. I wonder what would happen if I shot an arrow at him. I've never tried that either. Let's see, so this bit's kind of interesting. The first guy will come at you alone, so you don't need to panic that there's three of them. Although you do need to panic that this guy's got a huge sword and will not hesitate to use it. When he does that 3-hit combo, you want to roll around him twice, and then you want to roll away from him the third time, because his third hit will get you. It's a big arcing swing like that. So you, oh shit. Yeah, apparently if you wait too long and you take too long to kill him, these other two guys will all jump into the fight as well. Fairly easy to deal with, to be honest. Don't panic. And hell, you can always summon someone if you're struggling. Certainly no shortage of people to summon. Oh shit. don't know if I've got the stats to be able to... Oh yes, I do. Nice. Right, that's awesome. Speaking of cracked blue eye orbs, people say that, you know, obviously the Way of Blue Covenant is in this place, and it's based, and it says in the lore that it has its roots based in Heide, and obviously, you know, this place. Now, some people say that Blue Sentinels are a modern continuation or successors of the Dark Moon Covenant. Now, I don't believe that this is true. I think that they're similar in a way, in many ways in fact, but I don't think that they're actually related to the Dark Moon Covenant, as the Dark Moon Covenant was, you know, totally wiped out when Gwendolyn died. So I don't really think that, unless it's people paying tribute to him, or imitating him, using these cracked blue eye orbs or whatever, then I don't think that it's actually a, you know, a direct continuation. You know, it's more like, it sounds more like something some people are imitating them, you know, a long time after, really. Considering that these cracked blue eye orbs, these things have existed. These things have existed all over the place for a long time, and I mean they could be spread out all over the world, and we could be anywhere here. Now, after you kill those big three guys, another switch pops up, and it does. Well, again, it just brings up another bit of the floor for the boss room, so now you can't actually fall off the edges at all, which makes the fight really, really easy. It's not the way I did it on my first play, but that's the way I'm going to do it here. Oh yeah, and there's an item back there as well, I totally forgot about. Just going to quickly grab that. So yeah, I don't really think that this place is Anor Londo. I mean, there's nothing here that would indicate that it was. The closest thing that people can say is the cathedral, but the cathedral looks nothing like anything in Anor Londo if you really compare the two. I'm not going this way anyway. I need to go. I'll go fight the easier boss first, and then I'll come back and fight the second boss, the main one for the area. Also join the blue sentinels as well while I'm at it if I can, although I don't think I'll be able to. But I'll explain more about that in a moment. Green Blossom seems to be in fairly limited supply in this game. No merchants sell you know, unlimited supply of it that I'm aware of. Would be nice, but see, now that is the power of fists. I just beat the shit out of that fucking giant guy. I punched him in the knee like 4 times and he died. That is some fucking Kenshiro shit. That was fucking Hokuto Shinken. Deal with it, bitches. Oh, this boss is gonna get his fucking ass kicked. So this is the first real kind of boss in the game. Dragon Rider, he's kind of a pussy. Can't really hit you if you just roll around and stuff. And if you've got a big shield, then he can't really do much anyway, so you're alright. Oh shit, I don't know what I was thinking there. But that was dumb. Oh shit. The real Kenshiro would never get his ass kicked like this. Yeah, it seems like the best thing to do with this guy is just roll around, try to stay behind him. He's pretty much just a big, regular enemy that's just big, really, and does a bit more damage. It's about as dangerous as the fatty butcher from the depths in Dark Souls 1. It seems weird that a lot of enemies in this game have big shields, but if you hit the shields you still damage them unless they've got the shield raised. which is kind of strange because I quite liked in Dark Souls how some of the bigger enemies with shields, like if you hit them, you hit the shields, it doesn't do any damage. Like realistically it shouldn't, but whatever. There's very few enemies that have that mechanic in this game, and it's kind of unusual. Face breaking punch! Right. I made that fight last a lot longer than it had to, and I'm sorry for that. It's like a thrill of battle. But yeah, we all know what a cracked blue eye orb is. It allows us to invade the guilty. Now these objects could be everywhere in the world as far as we're aware. So personally I think that, you know, I don't see any reason why this place, I mean it seems more like this place is this region's version or equivalent of Anor Londo in a way, although it's totally gone to ruin now. But certainly doesn't sort of resemble Anor Londo, to be honest. It's not. So there's another bonfire after the boss here. And there's this NPC here.
Are you from these parts? My name is Lycia. I have come to spread the art of miracles, a practice of which I am a disciple. I can see that you are well suited to comprehend their wondrous power. But the cost of it, that's for your heart to decide.
Right, this guy, girl, sorry, I said guy. Yeah, she basically sells a bunch of miracles and this ring that increases your faith. I think it increases it by about 3 or 4 points or 5 points or something, which is pretty good. Yeah, she sells all your sort of rudimentary miracles that you want if you're going to be a cleric. So, if you're a cleric, maybe it's a good idea to come through this area first. And additionally, yeah, once you've done talk,
I'd heard awful rumours about this place, and I'm afraid they were all true. The king, gone. The earth, ravaged. The burden on the people weighs heavy. I fear that, by now, they may have scarce room in their hearts for miracles. Why did I come here? Well... do I need any other reason than to spread the gospel of miracles? My preceptor always said this art should be shared with the world. And such is my only wish. Sometimes I fight the urge to pack up and go back home. It is... well, I must do this. And being out here all alone only makes this a more fitting test of my fortitude. I expected this cathedral to be bustling, but there's hardly a soul to be found here. Without any goings-on, I'll have to move soon. To a place I could help the gullible by teaching the good word. I expected this
yeah, she's kind of weird, Lycia, so watch out for her, although she helps you out early on.
No need for miracles. The gods frown upon such soul scrimpers.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Right, so we can progress beyond here, which is what I'm not going to... well, actually, you know what, I'm gonna go and get the bonfire down here. And then I'll teleport back up and do the other boss for this area. Now, actually I should point out that that NPC, once you rest at the bonfire, again after speaking to her and exhausting her dialogue, she will vanish as soon as you rest at that bonfire. Now that confused the hell out of me at first, because I wanted to go and level up a little bit the first time I played and then go speak to her, and she vanished and I was like, what the fuck, where is she gone? Couldn't find her in Medulla, but it turns out that yeah, she is in Medulla when she moves. Now you remember that earlier on in this video I walked past some kind of device, the rotunda, this kind of circular device thing. It's a switch that we couldn't do anything, contraption does not move. So basically she opens that at the cost of 2,000 souls. You only need to do it once, so it's not too bad. But yeah, that's where you can find her from now on. I don't know how that didn't hit me, but I'll be happy with that anyway. Let's see. Sure there's another big dude. No. There's another area down here which leads to the Lost Bastille in and of itself, and I'll be coming here after the main level of Heide. But that'll get its own video. No Man's Wharf it's called. We'll you know, show the way there first and everything. There's a few treasures and stuff along the way. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. That wasn't good. Yeah, you can just pretend that you didn't see that, because that was embarrassing. But oh shit! As this game, once you start with a losing streak, you just kind of, it's hard to come back from it. Let's see now. There's something up here. I'm pretty sure. It's a passageway or something, and then some loot. Oh no, that's the lift to the next area. So if you go back along the other way, there's some loot and stuff hidden along there. I think there's the knight armor set from Dark Souls, or something very similar to it. There's definitely a hidden path. Yeah, there is a hidden path, but I don't recall how to open it. Pretty sure there's a switch somewhere actually. Yeah, I think I'm just being deceived. I mean, that still happens to me from time to time, because there's some places where you think, you know, there really should be something there. An illusory wall or something. Oh no, I think I must be getting mistaken with another part of the level that's down here. Ah yeah, this is the flooded bit. This is, yeah. Sorry about that. Just getting confused. I think I'm going hollow a bit, but whatever. deceptive message. Good thing it can't be seen. Gotta beware these enemies when you're fighting in this deep water. It really slows you down and it's a bit harder to avoid them. So just be extra cautious basically. Yeah, this is where, I think this is a detour where you find the knight armor set. There we go. Funny because I thought I was a knight, but I'm apparently wearing the falconer gear, which is kind of lame. So I think it would only be appropriate, really, to wear some nicer armor. Door has an interesting sort of image on it, but it doesn't seem to, you know, doesn't really seem to be anything familiar depicted on it. I always closely inspect everything because, you know, it's always interesting to try and get a good look at things. That's more like it. We'll fucking run around bare chested because that's how a real man fights in Dark Souls. Now I remember why I made my character ripped as fuck. Looks fucking badass, like, bring it on. Right, so this is the way to No Man's Wharf. This is usually the first point where people meet Lucatiel.
What is it? I don't know you, and you don't know me. Things are better that way. You are an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. But you... I'm called Lucatiel. From the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains. They say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls. And so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me. You are an odd one indeed. I've always made a point of avoiding people, while you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready. Don't hesitate to call upon me. Whatever happens, I won't be missed. You are an odd one indeed. I can see that I come, don't hesitate.
Right, so basically she's quite a useful person. She'll help you out in various points throughout the game, on certain boss fights mainly. She's actually really helpful. Right, she'll disappear after that if you've exhausted her dialogue, and you'll have to go find her somewhere else. Now I will try to speak to her, well yeah, in fact I will. I'll speak to her in every possible location on this playthrough, so it's all good. But we're not going to do that's No Man's Wharf where we are now. It's just through there basically. I'll come back to that though shortly. But for now we're going to... Actually I should have went to Medulla because I need to level up. And that's what I'm going to go do now. And also upgrade that, upgrade these fists as well. So I won't be doing that much upgrading by the looks of it. Awesome.
I'll be around if you make it back.
If I make it back. If.
Bearer of the... Seek souls. Seek the... Lest this...
Yeah, in this game it may feel like a bit of a chore having to come back to Majula to level up. But don't let that put you off using your souls when you're carrying them, because if you run around with a lot of souls, you are going to lose them. Seriously. This game, once you get in that mindset, this game will punish you. So don't try to skip ahead, and don't hoard souls whatever you do, at least not early on. Right, so strength. Strength gives the best boost to my fist weapons, so I'm probably going to need a lot of that. But again, in the end, I really want to have a lot of stamina for my Dragon Slayer spear build, basically. So I need levels in faith as well. I need like a minimum of 15 to use it, so I'm going to have to level that up along the way as well. Although I don't really plan on using any miracles. Although I may, well, go into that later. I may end up doing it at a later date. No immediate plans though. Alright, so pretty much ready to proceed here. Why the hell is the merchant not there? I'm gonna go speak to her and buy some stuff. Life gems and shit. She moves to Majula once you've bought a bunch of... Well, I think it's if you exhaust the dial.
Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Drang Lake's been a pile of rubble since the war fought long, long ago. When the giants crossed the sea.
Yeah, basically there's a common theme in this game, and that is this storyline that there's giants have come across the sea, and later on we'll go into a hell of a lot more detail on that. But the fact that the giants crossed the sea to get to this place.
You may travel light, but methinks you bear. They say that from each carcass sprout, but you know what they also say? Don't believe what I know.
Yeah.
It's high time that I pick up a bargain for you.
There we go, that's what you need to do. You need to exhaust her dialogue, and then she moves to Majula. She has a limited supply of effigies, so I tend to just leave those there for when I really need them, and then I'll buy them. But not until then. She sells these in an unlimited supply later in the game, and additional ones as well. Now, yep. I'll have a few more of them.
Thank you kindly.
I love all the little references to the first Dark Souls in this game. Just things from like a merchant saying thank you kindly, and you know, NPCs saying, oh, where you're running off to, and all this kind of shit. It's fucking awesome. Really cool that they did that. So the references in this game are not to be taken literally. They're outside of certain bits of gear that are carried over. Other than those items and stuff, there's not a huge amount of literal references to the first Dark Souls. I mean, it seems like at this point in time, most of the events of the first Dark Souls are just considered ancient legend, and to be honest, nobody ever speaks of the chosen undead. People speak of maybe, oh, a long time ago, the Lord of Light. You know, they don't even know whether this Lord of Light guy really existed or not. We know it's Gwyn. We know what happened to him. But people at this present day and age and in this time and place obviously don't. Although some people know more than others, but we'll go into more in subsequent videos. So the next thing we need to do is go to the cathedral in Heide, and we're going to meet an old friend there. And make sure I've got those life gems equipped, although I don't see why I'm going to need them. I'm not going to summon help for this boss because I am not a pussy. I don't need any help. Although actually, if I do summon help, I think I get a token. No, I don't do. I don't get a token for help. Never mind. Yeah, so I won't be summoning help. Never mind. You can't get that guy to fall off the edge if you're really sly. Once again, we've got to go through this area again. So as if, you know, as if it wasn't fun enough doing it the first time, you get to do it again. I like that these big guys with the great swords just die like almost immediately. They're a lot squishier than these guys. Ouch. I'd hoped to get a flawless victory there, but I guess sometimes it's just too much to ask for. Again, it's similar here. This big guy will come at you first, and the other guy will just kind of hang back. I'll just hit his pressure point now, and there we go, that guy explodes and white stuff comes out and it's mine. Right, so let's see now. This looks like this a pretty good like kind of boss arena maybe for maybe another dragon rider or something, but instead I just have to go fight this. Oh shit, I shouldn't have insulted him. So when you kill this guy, the next switch pops up. I don't know what the fuck I just said there. The next switch pops up here. Just give that a pull and something. Well, it brings down the drawbridge here, but this looks so fucking epic. Holy shit. Yeah, I like that. There's a chest on the left here. Ring of Binding, that's actually really useful. I recommend equipping that early in the game if you're prone to dying a lot. Slows down. Oh, actually, I've got the Chloranthy ring. I'm going to keep that on. Right, basically, the Ring of Binding, unusual Ring of Unknown Origin, limits the wearer's HP reduction when hollow. So basically, when you die, you lose less of your maximum HP when you're wearing that ring. Personally, I'm not planning on dying a whole lot, so. Well, I know I'm going to eat those words in a moment. I just know it. Alright, let's see. So, what have we got? Just going to check and see if I've got any resins or anything like that. No, I don't. Oh yeah, I do, sorry. Don't imagine lighting's going to be all that useful here, but I won't magic, okay. Right, so we're about to meet an old friend again. Most of you are probably well aware of this already, but here we go. Hello again. Oh, now there's only one man who moves like that. That's pretty awesome to see this guy make a comeback. Now there's a lot of debate around this as well, and there's nothing set in stone, nothing's, you know, totally clear from the law. It's all speculation regarding this guy. But you know, as Dark Souls fans, we know that it's, you know, we know who the Dragon Slayer is, Dragon Slayer Ornstein. Now, the first thing you might think when you look at this guy is he looks very grey or silver rather than golden. Now, I replayed the first Dark Souls again recently, and when I fought Ornstein and Smo, I really paid more attention. And actually I realised that the Dragon Slayer armour in Dark Souls 1 looked pretty much identical to that in terms of its colour. Actually, it just appears kind of golden because you fight him in a big golden room and it's kind of reflective. So when you actually get the armour, it's quite grey. Although it does look a bit duller in this, and it's a bit, you know, it is a bit more sort of shiny in Dark Souls 1. Now obviously there's a ton of speculation here, people saying, you know, is it Dragon Slayer Ornstein or isn't it? Truth is, we don't know. I'm tempted to believe that it is, but then again there are solid arguments for it not being him, so I really don't know. Now the fact that he's using dark magic now is kind of unusual, and it makes you really has to make you wonder a bit whether it really is him. But personally, I think the dark magic suggests more that it is him in an undead form, or perhaps that he's been revived through the abyss somehow, because we know that that is indeed possible. Now it's fairly easy. I mean, his moveset's identical to how it is in Dark Souls, with the addition of his jump and slam attack, which he must have learned from last time when he got killed second. This. Oh shit. But yeah, his moves are identical, and he's not really any slower or faster than he was in Dark Souls. He kind of, when he's running, he looks a bit different, but... And I'm dead, shit. But yeah, when he's running, he looks kind of different than how he did. He runs a bit slower, but on the whole, I mean, he's pretty much identical to how he always was, really. With the addition of the dark magic output rather than the lightning damage. I'm just going to quickly fast forward to the boss door now. And here we go for round 2. Hopefully, you know, I won't die this time. I like that he even still does that very same attack at the start of the battle. So, I mean, personally, like I said before, I think this is Dragon Slayer Ornstein because he drops the old Leo ring, and it says in the first Dark Souls that those rings, there was only 4 of them made, and they were given to all of Gwyn's knights. So either it is Ornstein, or it's got to have been somebody who's somehow gotten his gear, and that suggests some link to maybe the chosen undead from the first Dark Souls. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this guy is a chosen undead who killed Ornstein and decided to continue the whole cracked blue eye orb cult. Who knows? We will never know. All we know is he's old, which fits with the idea of it being a chosen undead, and that he's a Dragon Slayer who wears Ornstein's gear and does everything just like Ornstein. Oh shit, the fucking pew got in the way. Should have seen that, in all honesty. But yeah, you could say that it doesn't really make any sense of it being the real Ornstein due to the fact that, you know, we killed the other Ornstein. And we also, you know, took his soul and made his spear, and, you know, it just doesn't sound right. It makes more sense to me that this guy is somebody who somehow got the Chosen Undead's gear from, or rather got Ornstein's gear from the Chosen Undead somehow. That makes more sense to me. But still, I don't know. 'Cause he's got the ring, the unique ring, and I don't know. Who knows, man. Something about it though, it just seems like this might be the real Ornstein. Perhaps the original was an illusion or something. I don't know. Enough about that though, surely. It's just what I was waiting for. Yeah, he seems to get a bit of a defense boost when he does that attack, which is kind of strange. So it might not be worth sort of rushing in and doing too much damage when he seems really vulnerable. It's better to go for proper counter attacks like that. So you get his soul, and like I said, you get the old Leo ring. There's some interesting stuff with this, really. Let's see. So the Dragon Rider, the old Dragon Slayer soul of the old Dragon Slayer. The old Dragon Slayer is reminiscent of a certain knight that appears in old legends. See, the fact that he's only reminiscent of an old knight that appears in certain legends kind of suggests to me that it might not be him, but we don't know. I guess we'd have to create his spear to learn more, which is exactly what I plan to do, so I'll be saving that. Now we know that Vendrick's guys came to this Heide place as the Dragon Rider was here, and those old knights, you know, we see those scattered about, statues of them in Drang Lake Castle, so that suggests they are linked to Vendrick. So the Dragon Rider was there, soul of the Dragon Rider, who faithfully served King Vendrick. Long ago, the Dragon Riders mounted worms. They were feared on the battlefield for their unparalleled strength. Use a Dragon Rider soul to acquire... whatever, I mean, that's irrelevant. Yeah, so it's kind of strange, really. So it looks like Vendrick's guys came to Heide. They've pretty much occupied the place. Although they don't seem to have, you know, gone into this cathedral. Well, the cathedral, as we were aware, the cathedral was actually sort of closed off by the drawbridge originally. So, it's kind of, who knows really. It could be that it's the last area that's kind of unconquered by the by Vendrick's army or whatever. Anyway, let's have a look at this other ring, the old Leo ring. The beloved ring of a dragon slaying knight. Strengthens thrust weapon counter attacks. So it's awesome if you've got spears or rapiers or daggers. Yeah, so we know that that ring is Ornstein's Leo ring. It is the Leo ring, basically. But Ornstein died. But did he? We don't know. So that's all I can say, really. The rest's up to your imagination, to be honest. So there's some blue eye orbs. And here the Iron Mask and Tower Shield, and there's this guy.
Transient being. This is no place for one such as you. Be gone, You are not needed. Transient being, you would never make a Knight of the Blue, and I have nothing more to say. Be gone.
Yeah, it's kind of crude if you're not carrying a token of fidelity, but screw that, I don't have one of those. I haven't been summoned to help anyone yet, and that's how you would get one. There is a bonfire down here. Unlike what all these messages probably say, there isn't an illusory wall down here, so don't be deceived. Now these statues here, when you're in the Way of Blue Covenant, you can use these statues when you've got a token of fidelity, and it allows you to join the arena. If you fight in the arena battles, you can rank up in the Covenant by winning. It's an easier way of doing it than having to just, you know, be summoned by the Way of Blue Covenant, which, as far as I'm aware, doesn't really work, or rarely ever works, basically, because nobody at high levels is running around wearing a blue sentinel's ring. Like, it just doesn't happen. So this that's this area pretty much covered. There's very little that I haven't mentioned. The only thing I can think of is that there was actually an item down there on those broken stairs with that body right in the centre of the screen there. Picked that up running back to the boss fight there, and I forgot to, you know, record that I was doing that. Never mind. Anyway, so the next place we're going to go is No Man's Wharf, and that place is a barrel of laughs. Forget my pop up pirate reference. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just going to use a homeward before I fucking die. Yeah, nice one. Right, so I'm just going to stop this video now, and in the next video I will be doing No Man's Wharf. It should be a very short section because it's only one boss, and it's a pretty easy boss as well. But yeah, I shall catch you guys in the next video. Later.